Hey everybody, this is Dylan. If you're already a member of the Well Your World Facebook group, and if you're not, please become one right away, then you know we talk a little bit about social pressure and how it relates to some challenges we get from others that don't really support the healthy way of eating that we like to practice. Well, I'm here to tell you today that I've become a victim of social pressure within the Facebook group, which is apparently made up of a rabid pack of wolves who feed on banana bread. So I've decided to succumb and produce for you a video of a banana bread recipe that I like to eat. Please don't make this banana bread if you're in the middle of 30-day goals that do not align with this recipe. I have some nuts, you can omit those. I have some whole wheat flour, which may not be compliant if you're doing 30 days without processed starches. And I have some dates, which are kind of like dried fruit, I guess. I don't know, but they provide the sugar in this recipe, and it's not very much. So anyway, let's get right to it. We are starting with 2 tablespoons of ground flax meal, and I'm adding 6 tablespoons of water to that. This is like making the flax egg, you know? And then I'm just going to mix that together and set it aside. So get it to combine real well with the water, and then we'll come back to that later. Okay, next, let's do our dry ingredients. I've got a small bowl here that's got 2 cups of 100% whole wheat flour. I was working on a gluten-free version, but with oat flour, but it just keeps coming out so mushy. Joe posted in the group these cute muffins with that old recipe that someone was able to sneak out of a very old post that was not ready for prime time, but apparently Joe made it work in little muffin tins. So, cool. Good job. You got me. Anyway, this one is not gluten-free. It has some whole wheat flour because it comes out much drier. And I like the banana bread more like a flavorful bread than like a dessert mush. So that's just me. So I've got the 2 cups of whole wheat flour. I'm gonna do a half of a teaspoon of baking soda. In with the dry, I'm gonna do a whole teaspoon of baking powder. I'm gonna do a half of a teaspoon of cinnamon. You can do a little more if you like cinnamon a lot. Get that all mixed up. Okay, set that aside. Okay, now we're gonna take, I usually use 4 big bananas, but these were all kind of small, so I'm gonna use 5. You want like 2 cups of mashed up banana. By the way, preheat your oven to 350. Okay, so I'm just gonna dig into these with the potato masher until they get nice and sloppy. Okay, set your bananas aside, and now we're gonna take our 6, I just use medjool dates. Take the pits out of your 6 dates, and I'm not using the blender for this. I have the blender out because I'm gonna make some almond milk, because I like to eat the banana bread with a little bit of almond milk. So this is really simple in that it does not need any form of blending or power tools of any kind. So just take your dates. This is really cool. We're just going to chop the dates. So chop them one direction and then turn them and give them a good dice the other direction. And what this does is it has like nice little diced up date in the bread, so you're getting kind of flavor bursts of sweetness, and it's pretty cool. If you want them blended, you can blend them, but I don't add any nut milk to this recipe, so you don't have something to really blend them with. Okay, so we got this nice mound of chopped up dates, and we're just gonna throw that in with our bananas, and we're going to keep mashing until it starts to sort of separate. So keep using your masher to sort of split it all up. Okay, so that's mixed. If you're doing nuts, I do a half a cup of walnuts, and I'm just going to smash them up. Let's put it all together. So you take your wet mix, throw in your nuts, throw in your dry stuff, throw in your Flax egg, give it one more mix before you dump it in. Also, I'm gonna do a half a teaspoon of vanilla and then mix it up into a dough and we're ready to bake it. It's gonna seem kind of dry maybe, but just keep mixing. Don't add anything to it because we don't want it to be mushy when it comes out of the oven. Take a regular, bread pan, whatever this is called, and some parchment paper and pour it in. All right, so start with an hour in the oven at 350. It may take another 10 or 15 minutes more than that. Just test it with the old toothpick method where you stick it in and if it comes out clean, it's done. So that's it, very, very simple, delicious banana bread. Let's put it in. So the banana bread is in. Now I wanna make a little almond milk. All I've done is I've taken 1 cup of dry almonds and I've soaked them overnight. And that's going in to the Vitamix. And then I've got 2 cups of water. That's it, nothing else. And then just really give her. Okay. So I'm just going to send it through this fine mesh strainer. And I'll need a spoon to kind of help it through. So now I'm going to just go back through. So that's a pretty thick almond milk. So you could just add water to the top and that'll be like a nice creamy, smoother than this. This is super creamy right now. But experiment with the ratio you like. I like my almond milk cold, so I'm actually going to add some ice cubes and water and shake it up. There it is. Got it. I'm kidding, I'm not gonna put you through this again. While the banana bread's baking, I'm gonna make pico, and I just wanted to punk you a little bit. Did you really think I was gonna go one whole video without doing something with pico? Give me a break. We're almost there. Perfect banana bread. Okay, let's taste this. It's moist, but not mushy. The nuts are really good, but you may have left them out. And then the little chunks of date are so tasty. This is the best banana bread I've had so far. I am still working on a gluten-free version, so you might get that within the next 1 to 18 months. We'll see. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.